Hey everybody, Joe, Redneck Collector, coming at you with another video. And it's unprecedented in my channel's history, short as it may be, but I'm doing video 2 nights in a row. And the reason is I'm late to the party doing my all-star ballot. And so many folks out there have been very kind enough to include me on their ballot. And I've really gotten a kick out of watching these videos and everybody's ballots. And there's so many great channels out there. I really, I think everybody struggled a little bit about who to put on mine because I could fill up 2 ballots, right? I could stuff the ballot. But I had to get one out, and I made some decisions, and I feel good about where I'm at here. Adjust that camera just a little bit with what I got, and I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time going through it because I am late to the party, and it's late on Sunday evening that I'm doing this. But I do want to recognize this is not an all-inclusive list of channels that have reached me personally, but it's pretty darn close, right? So we'll start with coaches, right? So Hall of Famers. Got to start out with the hobby president, Mr. John Mangini. Got to meet John and spend some time with him in person at the National. That was awesome. Next up, I got Lou Rock TV. I love Lou's channel, and I think him and I collect very similarly. Have a lot of the same interest inside the hobby. Love Lou's channel. Then we've got Orlando over at A Collector's Dream. It's taught me so much about cards and sets that I didn't know, and got to meet Orlando briefly at the National. Super nice guy, and happy to have him as a coach. Next up, I don't know that anybody has more passion in the hobby than this guy, and that's Double D. Dylan over at Double D Vintage Cards, right? Mr. Hobby Enthusiasm, if you will. Love watching Dylan's videos. Dylan, I know you say you're all over the place, but I love it. I love the stream of consciousness way you do your videos. It's fantastic. Next up, the one and only Sammy Thunder. Sammy is a staple for me. I love watching his videos. He's one of those guys that's been super welcoming to me in the community ever since I came in. Absolutely enjoy Sammy's channels and his contributions to our card community, if you will. And then last but certainly not least is Eddie over at Eddie's Cardboard Chaos. I enjoy watching Eddie's channel very much, and I'm happy to have him rounding out the coaching staff. So next I'm going to do Rookie of the Year. This one was tough because I'm a rookie myself, and just coming up on 1 year here in a few weeks, but so many great channels that I feel like came up around the same time. And I feel like you just can't go wrong with your votes on this one. But I'm going to call out 2 guys that I've got to know pretty well in person now, or say starting to get them know them pretty well in person. And that is John over at Nerding Out with Cards. He's a St. Louis Cardinals guy, right? So really enjoy John's channel, getting to know him. Next, he's not a Cardinals fan. He's on the wrong side of the state. He roots for that AAA team we got over there in KC. But Mike at J Hawker Vintage Cards. Mike has been a great addition to the community as well. And really enjoy both of those guys' channels, and I admire them as people. Next up, we got the All-Stars. You'd think 15 would be, more than enough. But I'm telling you, this was tough. And I'm going to cop out like so many people do, and I'm going to name a couple channels that I feel like I needed to have 2 more spots because they fit in the card community so well, but with a twist of they do more ultra modern, which is one of the reasons I love their channels. And that is Mr. Brent Richards at Brent Richards and Baseball Cards. Brent, love his channel. He offers so many cool like 90s, early 2000s inserts that I've never seen, and I was still collecting, up until about 98, 99, but he still shows me stuff all the time that I never knew existed. And then there's Shane over at Shoebox Legends. Both of those guys, I love their channel. They definitely skew a little bit more modern than I do in my own collecting, but I still buy a lot of stuff. I joke with them, but both of them have cost me money with the things that they bring on their channels and show me. And the next thing I know, I got an eBay search and I'm spending some dollars. So really appreciate both of them. Next up, we got Brian over at Hodges 1455. My man Brian, I think him and I collect kind of similarly too. He's got a lot of great cards, and always, a beacon of positivity as well in the card community. love these, always commenting, always watching everybody's videos, and it's great. So give this video a like, Brian. Next up is the Drew of Vintage Legacy, one of the best storytellers in the game. Love watching Drew's channel. Has a great collection, and is able to just weave those awesome stories into showing off some beautiful cardboard. So appreciate his channel very much. And these are in no particular order as I go through, but next up is my man, Billy Ballgame, who I have to give a lot of credit for getting me into this. I met him at the National last year. We're both from the same neck of the woods, and I joked with him. I said, well, if you can do it, anybody can, and he laughed. But he was a big part of the whole reason why I started this thing. I don't know that I would have done it without his support. So, Bill, thank you very much. Enjoy your channel. Next is a guy from our neck of the woods. This guy's got to be in the Hall of Fame, y'all. We got to get him in the Hall. And that's Chris from Missouri, the mayor himself. Chris, he likes to bust chops, but man, is there anybody more welcoming in the hobby than Chris? I also love the way he tells a story and strings a yarn as he shows cardboard. So I often joke that I'm a poor man's Chris from Missouri with my collection. I love a broad collection. I love having all these different iconic cards. So Chris, thank you so much for what you've done for me too. Next up, I got Jason over at Everyday Card Collector. Jason and I definitely collect very similarly. We're very broad in our approach. We joke about that, talk about that a lot. And Jason is another guy that, once I was in this community, super welcoming, one of those guys that has included me on a lot of things, and I really, really appreciate that. In the same breath, I'm going to talk about the next channel because they pretty well go hand in hand. That's Aaron over at Value Vintage, my pre-war pusher. He has opened my eyes up to a lot of new ways of collecting. Also very welcoming, also includes me in a lot of things, and I really, really appreciate him as well. Thank you, Aaron. Then after that, we got Doug over at JoeWoodCollector. Love Doug and his series that he's working on. I'm giving him a hard time earlier about the glory of their times and getting another video out because I enjoy him that much. Really appreciate that. I love the way he collects with the rare Joe Wood cards and the rare pre-war. And I learn a lot every time I watch one of Doug's videos, and it's a pleasure to get to know him better here recently as well. Then we've got Tony Talks Cards, my man Tony. Him and I have got to know each other pretty well. We got to finally meet at the National. We've done some collaborations. Really enjoy Tony. Love his energy. Does great interviews and brings a lot to the card community. Has collaborated with a lot of different people and is always willing to put newer channels out there, get them an interview or whatever you want to call it, a talk, and just love the way he thinks. Love the way he collects too. He does, vintage football, his 71 action shots, just so many cool ways to do it. And Tony is just a great friend in the hobby. Another guy is Josh over at Vintage Card Wonderland. Myself and him and Tony have got a chance to do some collaborations and really enjoy getting together with those guys, virtually speaking and talking cards. And Josh has an awesome channel. His production quality, I'm always amazed at it with the visuals and things of that nature, and his knowledge of things like the Venezuelans. I like to lean on that from time to time and pick his brain. Next up, we got Steve, Vintage on Vintage. Steve is another guy that is just somebody that I collect very similarly to him. We have, I think, a lot in common. And I also give Steve a hard time, too, about guys like my senior, but he looks 20 years younger than me. But that's besides the point. I always have to get that little jibe in there. But we definitely collect very similarly. We like the SGC. I'd say all the time I stole my SGC grading reveal formula from him. I really enjoy it. So, Steve, happy to have you on the team. Next up, we got Dan's Vintage Baseball PC. There's another guy that I learn something from every time I watch one of his deep dives on a set or team or player or what have you. And Dan is just a very awesome and welcoming guy as well. Finally got to meet him at the National and spend some time chatting with Dan. Really enjoyed it. Next, we got Drew over at Clean Cheap Shots. Got to meet Drew at the National finally. Enjoy Drew's channel very much. He loves that golden age of, 50s cardboard, and does some great on location. I love the PSA reveals in a cornfield or a bean field or what have you. I think it's great. Also takes us to some interesting locations and teaches us stuff. So really, really enjoy his channel as well. Then we got Doug over at Video Guy 316. Doug is another one of those guys. I wish I could do videos like you do, Doug. You need to do more videos, and we're going to get him on some collaborations. I threatened him with that at the National. I've got to hang out with Doug a couple times in person, and he is one of the best guys in the hobby. So have to have him on my team. And then we got Mark over at Mark's Dodgers Cards. And Mark is another guy that I enjoy watching his videos. He's Dodger-centric, but man, he branches out. He does a lot of different stuff. His Zach Wheat collection is so very, very cool. I love seeing that. He's influencing me with that. Between him and Mike at Jayhawker Vintage, I think I got to pick up a Zach Wheat here before too long for the collection. And then rounding out the All-Star team, I got to put Vintage Dave T on the team. Dave is a guy that's got a great channel and is always super supportive. He collects a little bit of everything too, and I appreciate that. And he's a Mariners guy, so me being a King Griffey Jr. guy, of course, I have a soft spot for that. So, but that was tough, y'all. I'll be honest with you. There's some. I had a list, and I could have filled out another 15 teams. And I hope that when I do this again next year, maybe get to recognize some other channels. But I'll put all the channels down in the description, and we'll get this out and get our votes in. But this is a really cool thing. And again, I'm very honored and humbled for all of y'all that decided to include me on your ballot. It really means a lot to me. As nerdy as my wife thinks that is, it does. So thank you all very much, and we'll see you on the next one. Till then, keep it a little redneck out there.